morning and welcome you all to the chemistry class. First, we can revise what we have learned in our last class. Our last class we have learned about the states of matter, right? What are all the three types of matter? Can you remember? Yeah, good. It's solid, liquid and gas. These are the three states of matter. Come on, let's have a glance on solid, liquid and gas. From which this gas, solid and liquid are made up of? Yes, atoms or molecules. Next we can discuss about the intermolecular space. The intermolecular space is minimum in solid, more than solid and less than gas in liquids and maximum in gas. Next we can see the structural arrangement of particles. Solid it is closely packed, in liquid it is less closely packed and in gas the particles are loosely packed. Next we can move to intermolecular force of attraction. The force of attraction among molecules is strongest in solids, weaker than solids and stronger than gases in liquids and it is weakest in gas. Next we can see about the kinetic energy. The kinetic energy of particle is least in solids and more than solids and less than gases in liquids and it is maximum in gas. Have you all remember these points what you have learned in last class? Yeah, good. Now let's move to our today's class. Hello students, welcome back to all to the chemistry class. Now in the last class what you have learned? Yes, changes that occur in the substance when we apply heat. For example, applying heat to solid, applying heat to liquid, applying heat to gas. That we have seen in the last class, right? Now, today our topic is change of state due to pressure. What it deals with? Can you guess? Yes, we have three states of matter, right? Solid, in which the particles are very tightly packed. Can you remember this tight packing of particles in solid? In liquid, it is somewhat loosely packed. It has some interparticular space. But in gases, it is loosely packed. Right? Now we are going to see what happens to this solid, liquid and gas when we apply pressure. Now consider a stone. When we consider a stone, that goes as an example of solid, right? When we apply pressure to a stone, we cannot say much changes happen to that. Because already it is very tightly packed, there is no interparticular space in this. So, we can say the solid state is incompressible. Can you understand? Solid state, it is incompressible. But when we consider liquid and gas, we can compress on applying pressure. When we apply pressure to a gas, when we consider we have some gas and when we apply pressure to the gas, this can be changed to liquid by compression. That process of changing gas to liquid by pressure is called liquefaction. Can you understand? The process of changing gas to liquid by pressure, by applying pressure, it is called liquefaction. Then, let me ask you some questions. Have you ever seen an LPG cylinder in your kitchen? Yes. And LPG cylinder, what it is inside that cylinder? Liquid is there or gas is there? Do you know? Actually, the LPG cylinder has liquid inside this. This liquid, how it is formed is, the gas is compressed inside the cylinder to form this liquid by the process of liquefaction. The same way in CNG, natural gas is being compressed and given in liquid form. CNG usually where we use, do you know? In automobiles, automobiles like that, they are using CNG. The same way like LPG, in CNG also, the gas is, the cylinder is in the form of liquid form. When we open the lid of the cylinder, we are getting that is in gaseous. That is, when we open the liquid compressed inside the LPG cylinder, it is coming with a force. In that pressure, it is changing into gas and we are using it as LPG, liquid petroleum gas. Actually, it is in the form of liquid form. Okay? Okay. Now, all of you, take your book and turn to page number 18. Let's have a read. Change of state due to pressure. You trace your book. When mild pressure is applied to a solid, its particles do not get any closer to each other because they are already close enough. Therefore, solids are largely incompressible. They retain their size under pressure, though their shapes may change. An extremely high pressure, however, may show a little compression in certain solids. Can you understand? As in solids, it is already tightly packed. Even on applying pressure, we can't make any changes. So it is called incompressible. Yeah, we can go to the next line. Liquids and gases, on the other hand, have enough room for compression under pressure due to relatively large interparticle spaces. So, a gas can be compressed into liquid and a liquid into solid by applying sufficient pressure. This phenomenon, however, is accompanied with the lowering of temperature. What we have seen in the class, can you remember? We can change the gas into liquid by compression. It is called liquefaction. And we can change the liquid into solid by just lowering the temperature. Come to the next slide. In the LPG cylinders found in kitchens and the CNG cylinders found in automobiles, the petroleum gas and natural gas respectively exist in liquid state under pressure. When the pressure is released, that is, by releasing the knob of the cylinder, the liquid expands and emerges as gas from the cylinders. Can you understand what I have taught? Can you remember? Yes. Come to the next slide. If pressure is increased and temperature is decreased on gases like nitrogen, oxygen and hydrogen, we can get their liquefied forms. This is liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen respectively. Have you all understood today's topic? It is very simple, only a small portion I have taught. If you have any doubts, ask. Come on students, let's recall once again today's topic. Changes of state due to pressure. As I said, when we consider gas on applying pressure, we get liquid. It is called liquefaction. Then the liquid formed by liquefaction can be changed to solid state by increasing the pressure. And changing from liquid to solid requires us to decrease the temperature also. Okay, that is clearly shown here. Gas gives liquid on performing liquefaction, that is by increasing pressure. Then liquid to solid by increasing pressure. I hope you all understood today's class, and your today's work is you have to read the states of matter and changes of matter, that is changes of matter due to temperature and due to pressure. Have you got? Come on, now let's have a video clip on the states of matter.
Hello friends, welcome to a new Happy Learning video. You all know that matter is what things are made of and that it possesses two fundamental properties. It has mass, which is the quantity of matter that it has, and volume, which is the space it occupies. Well, today we're going to learn about the states that matter can be in. Matter can be in three states: solid form, liquid form, and gas form. Each one of these has its own characteristics. Let's get to know them. Solid state is characterized by having a fixed volume and size. Although, in some cases, we can change its size, like with plasticine or clay. In these cases, they are malleable solids. Liquid state is characterized by having a fixed volume and variable size. Liquids take the container's shape, like this glass or jug. Gas state is characterized by having a variable volume and size. In the same way that liquids take the shape of the container holding them, but gases always occupy the full volume of the container. Now we know about the three states of matter. But do you know how we can change from one state to another? Changes in state happen after cooling or heating matter, and there are different types: melting, solidification, evaporation, and condensation. Melting happens when matter changes from its solid to liquid form and happens after rising temperature. When we heat an ice cube or leave it at room temperature, it melts and changes from solid to liquid. Solidification is the opposite from melting. Matter changes from liquid to solid form. It happens when we put water in the freezer and it turns into ice. It goes from liquid to solid. Evaporation is when matter changes from liquid to gas. After liquids are heated, for example, when we boil water, it turns into water vapor. It turns from liquid to gas. Condensation is a step from gas to liquid and happens when matter in gas state is cooled. Have you ever noticed then when we get steamy windows or mirrors, water droplets appear? It's produced when water vapour touches a cold surface. In that same moment, water vapour cools and turns into liquid. Easy, huh? Well, now we know the states of matter.
I hope you all understood today's session and you all enjoyed. Thank you. Have a nice day.